You might not. I don't even know if we need the heater today.
Is it on?
Oh yeah, Jamie, I'm already recording.
Oh.
What are you waiting for? There's no way I could ever cut this.
It's
You
fine.
need to hurry.
All right, it's fine. Stall. Introduce it.
Okay, so we don't believe in cutting around here because cutting's a negative word. So, real neighbors. Wow.
Don't want to be cutting corners around here.
Episode 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for giving another negative context to the word cut.
Yeah. Negative context.
Jimmy, what's a good context to use cut in?
What's some good?
Where you think of it positively.
I would say cutting out toxicity in your life.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's empowering. Yeah. You know what? That's fair. Yeah. No, Jamie, are you saying that people use these kind of strong words?
Yeah.
To really emphasize their point? Wow.
I guess, yeah. But I don't
clean out your closet.
But here's the thing, I don't really get your
Make your bed.
I don't get your point. So would you cut to the chase?
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah.
Real Neighbors.
All right. Well,
episode 19.
Real Neighbors, episode 19. Here we are.
You know what? I should laugh to give you more credit. I got to give you more credit.
It's fine. It laugh if you feel. It's not a requirement.
Oh, and he's so likable too. I mean, what a hunk.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Well, here we are, back in the cabin, back in the shack again.
You know what?
For yet another one of these.
This particular week feels a lot better than the last couple weeks. I can think of a couple good reasons that people can probably guess. But
yeah. What, like, okay, well, the big one, the weather, super nice.
Oh, yeah, the weather.
Yeah, super nice. Actually, like, things are melting and it's just wet everywhere. So it's fun.
That's a good way to put it, too.
Yeah, it's a slippery slip and slide out there.
It's just a fun water park out there right now, guys. If you go out there, splashdown, closing down, oh well.
Yeah, get your bathing suits, the sidewalk.
Go enjoy that nice wet.
Yeah. I actually I went for a walk earlier. Went with a friend of mine, and we enjoyed it for the first. Well, most of it, like, it was fun, but I think out near the end we were both like, "This is like shitty. Like, it is so wet everywhere." And like, but by the end, I'm like, "Well, my shoes, they're just soaked." Which, hey, I should have boots, but I'm not perfect.
We need to start opening up a counter for Jamie saying wet.
Wet.
How many times will Jamie say wet during this episode?
Wet counter.
Oh, I'm so wet.
Yeah. Well,
just leaving you out there.
You're making me now. I'm super conscious.
I know. Well, you know what, Jamie? I need you to be conscious about something, right? I need you focused.
Yeah.
So right out the gate, I do want to say, I just want to bring up the video you just showed me before.
Okay.
Right out the gate.
Sure.
Because I think, guys, if you are listening, just give a quick pause. It's okay. This one's on us.
Yeah.
And go look up Josh Peck swearing.
Yeah. Wait a minute. No, don't pause. Watch it after.
Oh.
Just remember it.
Or just pick for yourself. Wow. I know.
No.
Crazy concept.
Don't do it.
So, in this video, Josh Peck swearing.
Yeah.
You know what? Should we even spoil anything, or should we just throw that niblet out there?
We'll throw it out there. I will just say the movie's called Mean Creek.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, I'm going to say I don't want to ruin it for you guys. There's no way I can genuinely replicate what happened.
No.
Basically, image Josh Peck just before Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
Like swearing like a gangster.
Yeah.
In a way that would no longer be possible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely goes full field.
I don't think I've ever heard someone swear like that.
I thought it was vulgar. I'm a 26-year-old man, and I was hearing that going, wow, that's not necessary.
I know.
We don't need to talk like that.
My poor ears. That 13-year-old
okay.
13-year-old kid is hurting my poor ears. Yeah.
Although now that I think about it, wait, hold on. I'm doing some math. It's starting to churn in my head.
Yeah.
So Josh Peck is 34 years old.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is
Drake
that
and
true?
Josh first aired 17 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That means he would have been 16.
For that movie. Oh, because it was 2004,
now,
right?
Mean Creek could have filmed way earlier, maybe, but he didn't. He doesn't seem that old.
It would have been at least a year before the release, right?
Yeah. Yes. Maybe it was filmed a while before.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Clearly, he was just getting into acting because he must have filmed that because it was what we just looked it up and it was about the same time that movie was released, was around the same time he started Drake and Josh, which to film those takes way less time. So I'm assuming he would have been filming that movie probably most of the year. That was his debut in acting, and then he was taken on, I'm assuming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds pretty fair, Jim. It seems like a very, very good analysis on the situation.
That makes sense.
You. Yeah. You know what? So and also
Shut the fuck up, Austin. I'm just kidding.
shut the fuck up,
For anyone,
you fucking chap.
yeah, for anyone who does know what we're talking about, yeah,
People who pause the video will understand.
Yeah.
See how now, Joe? We're starting to do. We're starting to create a multiple choice novel at this point.
Yeah.
Where somebody could have watched the video or not watched the video.
Yeah, came
and
back.
they're experiencing the episode differently based on the decisions they make.
That's
Jamie,
true.
are we inventing a new medium for podcasting?
yeah.
Oh my god.
There's totally videos like that on YouTube already.
Is there? Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure, right?
Yeah, but no, but we do it subtly. It's like a
Yeah.
nice flavor thing.
didn't even mean-
where
yeah.
it's like we're the steak and that's the rice. You know?
Oh, yeah.
The beans.
All right. Yeah. I feel like
Are we not going anywhere?
what? Oh no.
Okay.
No, steak and
I
beans.
thought you were going, okay, all right, moving on.
Oh no, I wasn't saying
okay.
moving on. So yeah, on that topic though of Mean Creek, yeah, that was we were just thinking of like old movies we used to watch and stuff. And a good one. Well, so basically, Austin, I guess I just want to ask you, what was your favorite movie as a kid?
You know, I did not prepare for this at all, Jamie.
Yeah.
I'm so flustered.
Yeah.
I went through phases, and
Yeah.
I would say I'm not sure if you were the same way, but when I was a kid, I'd watch a movie and be very obsessed with it. That one particular movie for a long time.
Yeah.
So actually, I will say a really easy one. I think a lot of people relate to this. SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Yeah.
I watched it almost nightly for probably 3 months.
Oh, you know what? I feel like I feel like when I would go to your place, you would watch it. Like we would watch it.
Yeah, I'd invite Jamie over to just watch it again with me.
Yeah.
It's a typical day for me. Jamie, have you watched SpongeBob 10 times yet? Come on.
I guess that's actually pretty vague because what does that mean to be like? I guess obviously what I'm saying as a kid, but yeah, I guess it did change a lot for me too throughout different periods.
Yeah, and 10 years ago.
Yeah.
No, wait, that wasn't 10 years ago. That was like 17 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would let it. We had the DVDs, right? So it would go to the main menu, and I think I would fall asleep with it on loop.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were there, I apologize because the music on that DVD selection screen is permanently installed in my brain from letting it just run all night while I sleep.
I'm sure it happened. Yeah. Where I was like, God damn it.
Jamie be on his deathbed. He just hears like this weird surf tune, just like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that one Ween.
What is that? What is that?
Wasn't
sound?
there like the soundtrack to that movie? Actually, my brother Jesse had the SpongeBob SquarePants movie soundtrack.
Yeah, who was one of the big artists on there? I remember you were talking about. him.
Well, so the one
was a
song,
great surf band.
Ocean Man by
Yeah,
Ween.
yeah.
That was on there. Ween is a very interesting band. But yeah, I remember that song. I was like, Ocean Man, will you take
Oh, that
me
was
by
so-
the hand? Oh yeah.
Ocean Man.
Ocean Man. Yeah, that was a good one. And then there was like the Avril Lavigne version of the SpongeBob theme song.
Avril Lavigne version.
Yeah, she like did a cover. She's like, "Are you ready, kids?" And it was like, "Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?" It was pretty.
Was it Avril Lavigne?
pretty sick. Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so relevant to our
Yeah.
podcast 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Look into it.
Yeah, we're big fans.
Love Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
Not as much as Lady Gaga,
No,
but
of course
well,
not.
I'll try my best to hold back my bias.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But yeah, there
Now,
was a
meanwhile,
lot of.
Avril Lavigne, we're kids having fun, but she probably just made a fuckload of money. Probably got signed like a $3 million contract
Oh, with
to write
Nickelodeon.
one song that she didn't even write.
Yeah.
She just had to show up to a vocal booth, just blitzed out on cocaine or something, sing a quick riff, and then
You think Avril Lavigne's a cokehead?
I wouldn't put it past anybody in that position to be a cokehead because
That's true.
I'm going to tell you right now.
But like you don't want to throw that out there baselessly, you know. I mean, while I agree,
come on,
a lot
Jamie.
of a lot of people in the industry, sure, but I will say you can't like. I don't think there's ever really been any rumors of her necessarily.
Okay. It's
but
not.
it's possible.
Okay, we've talked about my general pessimism.
Yeah.
Pessimism.
Yeah.
Towards Hollywood.
Pessimism.
I generally assume that if you're in Hollywood, you're a big star. You've had your ego stroke for the last 2 decades.
Yeah.
You're probably pretty fucked up.
That's
You got
true.
some weird going on. That's my assumption.
Yeah.
Maybe, and you know what? I will give you the benefit of the doubt that it's not a great assumption.
Yeah.
But I would say it's a safe one.
Well, as we learned in a previous podcast, Avril Lavigne, you can't even look at her. So
I know, contractually obligated to look away.
yeah, you can't look at her
And
in the eye.
everybody that recorded the SpongeBob theme song with her, they didn't even realize she was in there.
She didn't. Tom Kenny went to meet her, and she wouldn't even like
They
look
had
at him.
they had to put up the studio blinds.
She's like, "Do you want to meet the SpongeBob?" She was like, "No."
Avril Lavigne's coming, and then they're in the booth, and they just see like the blinds shut.
Yeah, she's like, "Just give me my paycheck and let me do blow."
Give me that paycheck and the fucking blow.
Yeah.
And let's get this stupid bullshit over with.
Yeah,
There isn't a pineapple under the sea.
yeah, yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, she. Yeah,
I've started to use audio as a new comedic medium.
yeah. We can make all kinds of noises.
I know all sorts of noises. You know who does that? I've always a lot of the great comedians are so good at it, where they actually use the mic to do shit. You know, like knock on
yeah, they're like, "We're
doors
coming."
and
Yeah, stuff like that.
all sorts of great stuff.
Yeah,
We'll get there.
Yeah, but yeah. So I guess, yeah. So SpongeBob, I guess, was a big one for you, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So going back to the whole. So that was that for years. Then it was Cars,
Cars,
the movie Cars.
Yeah.
I would watch that nightly for a while.
Yeah. Oh,
So I'd go through those phases where in Matrix, the Matrix. I think I made you watch it a few times as well.
yeah.
I was crazy about the
Actually,
Matrix.
wait a minute. No, because I have a confession. I actually don't think I've ever seen the
Oh
Matrix.
my god, we talked about this, and I was at the time amazed that you had never seen it, considering
Yeah.
I watched it like 50 times in a row for 2 months.
And actually, what's even weirder is I believe it's like it was my dad's favorite movie. Like growing up, he loved it.
and you still haven't seen it.
No.
Dude, we gotta watch the Matrix.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna watch the Matrix because it's a classic. It's such a great movie.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it with you, and then if I like it, I need to watch it with my dad because.
It's just such a It's just a fucking classic.
Yeah.
And there's so many quality memes that came out of it.
I get the plot, yeah. But I've never seen it.
Have you seen the original Blade Runner
Blade Runner. I don't know.
with Harrison Ford?
It's been a while.
Sci-fi movie?
I like it's familiar, but I don't.
Oh, dude.
I don't think so. It's
You're
been a
just
while.
missing out on some of the.
I'm missing out on life.
Kind of more of the sci-fi. You know, you're
Yeah.
missing out.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's true. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, so yeah, Cars, Matrix. That's a good one. Matrix. So how old were you when you were like really into that?
12,
Hmm.
maybe 13.
Okay.
My dad watched it with me for the first time. I could tell with a lot of movies my dad was excited for me to see them
Yeah.
because he thought, he thinks they're awesome kind of thing. So a few of those movies was obviously Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
The Matrix, Blade Runner, stuff like that. So when I was 13, I think he was literally going, I've been waiting for this. It's time to watch The Matrix.
Oh yeah.
And we sat down, we watched it, and I thought it was the coolest fucking thing ever.
Oh yeah.
So after that, I think my dad almost got fatigued
yeah.
of me just watching the movie in the theater over and over again, just
Right.
staring at it like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, that's fair. But yeah. All right. Well, on to me. I just.
Well, I mean, we talked about me for a good 6 minutes.
Yeah.
So let's give you 2 minutes.
Sure. I just wanted to say my favorite movie growing up as a kid, obviously Passion of the Christ, first and foremost. Watch it almost.
Well said, well said. With Mel Gibson, of course, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Mel Gibson's
Yeah.
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
Watched it every night. I'm just kidding.
That'd be kind of weird.
That would.
Kind of like I
Pretty
feel like that'd
morbid.
be emotionally taxing after a while
Yeah.
too. Who
Every-
wants to watch a man get whipped every night?
Every
It's
night.
just-
That was my go to bed movie.
Jamie doesn't fall asleep until the cat of nine tails gets pulled
Yeah,
out.
until the cat of nine tails
And
with
Jamie-
the shards of glass.
Jamie's going to bed. All he like turns his head away from the TV. All he hears is,
I'm like, oh, this is the best part.
"Oh God!"
Turn around. I'm like, oh.
Jamie's trying to sleep and he just hears just skin ripping from flesh.
Fall asleep with a smirk on my face.
Oh, it hurts.
Could you imagine if the whole movie he's screaming stuff like
Mel
that?
Gibson.
Ow!
Oh, man.
Jesus, he's just like, oh God, it hurts. Like,
Whoa, man.
I think that whole movie he was silent and stoic about it. But could you imagine he's just
Imagine
screaming?
a remake, yeah, or
Ow!
he's carrying the cross up the hill, and the whole time he's just like, I have to carry it all the way.
What the
Oh!
hell? Come on.
God, I'm a carpenter,
Yeah.
not an athlete.
Oh my God. I can't carry it up here.
Oh, this sucks, but I'll do it anyway.
Oh, I guess I'll do
Oh,
it.
these sins are so
For
heavy.
your sins. Oh, do I have to?
I'd like to image that, like Jesus has some teenage angst.
Yeah, teenage.
He's still gonna get the job done, but that doesn't mean he's not gonna bitch and moan when he's taking out the garbage.
That's just his.
Because God said, "Go take out the garbage," and
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh."
That's his equivalent of chores. He's like, Jesus, would you go just get nailed to a cross? Do your
Go do what you're supposed to do. Go save humanity. He's
go
like,
do your chores.
"Oh."
Oh, Dad.
Like, Heaven Roblox, and he's like, "Oh."
And also, you can never have sex.
Also, you can't fuck while you're down
Yeah,
there.
he's like, what the? Oh, you're so lame.
Dad.
Yeah.
And then he says, and remember, I'm always watching.
I'm always. Exactly.
Stop it, Dad.
Oh, you're so lame. Okay. Oh, all right. I don't know where to go from this.
I'm imagining
blast.
like one of those comedies where he's on a date and she's like, "Oh, it seems like you're talking to your dad all the time," and he's like, "You have no idea." It's one of those zingers with the
I am my dad, or something. I don't
no
know.
idea.
We're one and the same. People are like, you're just like your father. He's like, oh, tell me about it.
You're telling me.
You're telling me.
I get confused sometimes.
God. Yeah. All right. Well,
Why, Dad?
yeah. Come on. All right.
right,
Well,
all right.
I'll answer for.
to leave it there.
I'll answer for.
Wait,
real.
what was that? So is it really Passion of the Christ? Jamie?
No, it is not.
all right.
So okay, I guess I'll answer for real. I would say I used to really like the Little Rascals, like the one made in the 90s.
Oh, the one with the robots and the robot fight at the end.
What the
The
hell
movie,
are you
Rugrats
talking
the
about?
movie.
I didn't say Rugrats. Or did I?
Yeah, you said Rugrats.
Oh shit! I meant to say the Little Rascals.
Wait, you totally said the Little Rascal.
Okay, I did.
Oh, with Alfalfa.
Yeah.
With the hair.
Yeah.
Dude, I loved that one too.
Me too.
I used to watch that religiously when I was 8.
Me too. I watched it like every single day of my life. Like no joke.
Jamie, it was so fucking.
And because it was like the soapbox race one, so they're all doing those like go-kart race. They're
It's
preparing
so
for
iconic. Every
Yeah.
part of that movie's so great.
it. Dear Darla, I hate your guts.
And dude, in the hose scene where like the buildings are fire and the kids flying around with the hose.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And there's like some weird scene in a pool. I can't remember.
Oh yeah. So for some reason they're breaking into there's like a ballerina thing where Darla is.
Yeah, and they're like they accidentally went to some like
they-
girl
they-
thing,
yeah,
and
why-
they were there in
wait a
their
minute.
boxers or something.
Yeah, and they're in their boxes and they shove a frog in their underwear. What was that about?
Yeah, it was so weird.
I'm trying to remember the context here. Yeah.
I exactly like the pool. They're not supposed to be somewhere. Maybe there's a frog. That's
Yeah.
all I know.
Yeah.
Oh, and the scene where like
There was a frog in some underwear. at
or
one point.
Alfalfa kisses a girl and his hair does the
Oh yeah. Yeah.
like does the twangy
Little
noise.
little Donald Trump cameo in that movie too.
Whoa, is there another one in that one?
Yeah,
Has Disney have they edited it in Disney Plus yet
I don't know if he's edited out
to make sure he's disappeared from every?
Well, no, because
Movie
with
cameo?
with the Home Alone one though, that movie airs like every year. Little Rascals isn't top priority. Like you know what I mean?
Oh, on the canceling thing.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that.
They'll, they'll get around to it, but it's
it would be
kind of
dumb.
like 5 years from now
It would
kind of
be-
thing.
Again, like we've expressed, I think it's just kind of like just leave it, big deal. I mean, you don't have to. I understand not liking some of it. It's like I'm like it's a movie that came out. It's just it's the
a
way it
movie,
is.
It's said and done.
It's the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Sorry.
Yeah, I feel that. But anyway, I would say, yeah, he had a cameo though, and he was like the rich guy's like dad. It's so weird. He was in so many weird like old.
I know he
movies,
just
and I'm
shows
like,
up out of the blue
it's
all
just
the
like,
time. And
yeah.
it's very true.
Very weird. But yeah, that movie I watched pretty much daily, like no joke. There was
We should watch it again because
Little
just
Rat.
like you,
it's gold.
I could,
it's
like,
such a good movie.
I think, as you said, we both watched it a lot, so we actually retain a lot of memory. It's all from a childhood eye, so it's kind of hard to understand. Like I'm just like this scene seemed weird, but I don't know why because
Yeah.
I liked it when I was a kid. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg, isn't it? I guess that's the weirdest part of it is Whoopi,
Whoopi
and Donald
Goldberg.
Trump are in the same movie.
That is so weird.
Sworn enemies in one movie. Pretty crazy.
What a timeline to be alive.
Yeah, what a weird, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so there was that one. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much the biggest one I recall. I guess we can move on out of the movies, but
You are you sure?
well,
okay.
unless
Because I have one thing to tell you. Okay,
Yes.
I got something to tell you.
okay,
It was I wrote it down as a quick bubble note, and I just
Yeah.
said the movie unlocking story.
right, yeah.
So-
no idea what that could even
Whoa,
possibly
what could
mean.
that possibly be? I know it seems mysterious, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Well, when I was a kid, I had this weird conviction, and I think it was because my attention span was so bad that I couldn't fully watch a movie without zoning out. That's what I'm convinced of now, looking
really.
back.
That's
But-
me now. When I was younger, I was really into them.
But at least you know you're zoning out. When I was a kid, I think I just watched movies and would just randomly stop paying attention, and I don't recall not stopping paying attention. And the reason I think this
Yeah.
is because I was convinced when I was around 8 years old, 8 to 10, that every time I watched a movie, it unlocked more scenes. I thought that if I kept watching my favorite movies over and over again, there
Yeah.
would randomly be this new scene that got put in because I'm unlocking
Whoa.
new scenes by watching the movie more.
The hell were you on?
And I was I was in childhood,
yeah,
okay?
Jesus.
And I was fully convinced of it and got evidence through my own actions.
Wow.
I actually watched them and went, I've never seen that scene before. Oh, man,
Yeah.
this is so awesome. I better watch it again tomorrow to see if there's any more.
That's weird.
I know.
So to you, it was like a realm to another world, and it was
I thought it was
that
like
was
a
alive
challenge.
and thriving every single time you put it in the DVD player.
No, I thought it was unlocking. Like
Yeah.
they basically said the more you watch the movie, the more they unravel it. Like they
Right.
add more scenes and
Do
change
you-
it.
now here's the thing. That would be sick. Like
That would be really cool.
Someone should
There's no doubt.
actually make a movie like that somehow. Like partner with Netflix and tell them every time you watch this, add extra scenes.
It changes every single
So
time.
record this really long movie, but then condense it for the first time viewers, and then every time you click it on Netflix or some streaming service, it'll unlock more. That would be cool if you partnered like with one of the streaming services. That could be interesting.
I think it's a really interesting premise.
That is.
But
You're a
then-
visionary,
now
Austin.
as long as it's a complete product,
Yeah,
right?
of course. Yeah.
Because I think the vision should still be there. I don't like the idea of they're just expanding on a vision instead of it being the full product that they're slowly kind of
Yeah, you
should
don't
bring to.
want the stuff you unlock to be stupid. You want it to be something very interesting, well made, but also have the new stuff be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that could be fun. I'll have to talk to some people about that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a 5-figure contract. I'll get
Yeah,
20
let's-
grand.
let's
and
get talking
It
to-
won't be enough to do anything.
No. You can hire me, I'll be in it.
Jamie, I'm hiring you for
now
free.
now my budget is 20 grand. so
So you know that budget you had? It's gone now.
it's gone. You can have
That's
me in
step
the movie.
one.
But
And it's your buddy Jamie Welsh.
Yeah.
And
And
my
I
skill set.
I don't have much
This
to
is where you fill in the blank.
I have not much past experience. I've been an extra in something before.
I know what it is too.
Yeah.
Are you gonna name drop it, Jamie? Name drop it.
What? Oh, the zombie? Yeah, I've been in a YouTube video. I was an extra once, and it was fun to do.
You were a zombie. You were also in the name of the game though too.
Yeah. Oh, that was so long ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching that a little bit,
Yeah.
and to it's sad. It actually is kind of sad.
What?
I actually started to realize how much older everybody looks.
I know.
You don't really. I've
guess-
never viewed it that way.
Yeah.
But then the contra, it's just evidence. It's
Yeah.
just evidence that you're getting older because that came out probably 7-8 years ago,
Yeah.
and all of us have baby face.
I know.
Severe baby face.
I actually, yeah.
You used to look like a little freaking boy band.
I did.
Just
I
like
did.
super clean
Little
face.
pop star.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. We could call out what it was. It was Aaron Esser. It was. Yeah. We were in one. I was in the. Yeah. Name of the game. Really old.
I wasn't
That
the name of the game.
interesting.
I just
Really
randomly
interesting.
watched like 15 minutes of it,
Yeah.
like a couple months ago for some
Check
reason.
him out if you were
you-
shining some light on him. The couple stragglers
Yeah,
who watch ours. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the only experience I've had doing any film work. Really, like honestly. I've never really even attempted to
I
do
would
film
actually
work.
I would actually consider that a negative experience.
Yeah.
Like you've actually become a worse
Yeah,
actor.
that's gonna be a ding on my IMDb.
I would
I'm just
pretend
kidding.
it never happened. I
No.
would pretend it never happened.
No, it's fun though. Yeah, but yeah, I still require 20 grand though. So once we get this going, I require 20 is my budget.
Oh, so you're
to
just in
hire
this
me.
for the money, Jamie? Huh?
Yeah.
There's
Oh.
no creative outlet here. There's no
No.
inspiration or passion.
No.
You heard it first here.
No. That's it. No, yeah. No, I think it would be fun to do a movie. We should do that. Let's talk to Netflix.
No, we're not doing a movie.
Okay.
Shut up.
All right.
Stop it with that.
All right. But yes, that was very interesting. That's actually wild. That is like something from my dreams, like to even think of that. Like every
was I
time
a stupid kid?
I don't know. That's just wild to me.
Now I'm like the way you're saying it. It's both. Like I think that's flattering, but also I'm thinking, was that just a really dumb kid that just I don't know. It's
I don't know.
possible.
Well, hey, kids are always kind of. It's called imagination, right?
I mean, do we want to get into the other thing? I feel like I might have talked about this.
What's
the
that?
fact that when I was a kid, I thought men gave birth to kittens.
I actually feel like you told me that before, and I was
I
like,
have.
"What does that mean?"
I hope it wasn't on the podcast, but
Well, it is now.
it is now.
Yeah.
Well,
What-
hey,
It's too late. You brought it
I know,
up.
here
what,
we go.
What is it? What is it? What does that mean?
I would I thought that you could because girls like think about it. Think of it this way, okay? I'm a kid.
Yeah.
My immediate surroundings are I have sisters. Where did my sisters come from? My parents. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Where did my cat Spike come from? Big question mark. I'm 6, 7 years old. I'm trying to rack my brain about this. And then I conclude that my dad's the only other person in my life. So clearly he gave birth to Spike through his belly button.
Right. Through his belly button specifically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would go up to my mom and I would kept asking her about when my cat's coming.
Yeah.
And I would like pat my belly and say like I hope my belly button's big enough for something like that.
And do you think she was? What did she say to this?
She entertained it for a while and then eventually told me
Very unhealthy.
Yeah, I think she eventually told me, Austin, you're not actually going to get a cat.
She
And
should.
then I
have cut
cried.
that shit early.
I
She
know
should
that
have
I
been like,
cried. I
Austin.
actually cried. I mourned my loss.
Yeah. And then ever since you've had a furry kink.
Jimmy, please. We're never talking about this.
Oh God.
No, I'm kidding. Okay.
He doesn't actually.
I'm actually wondering. Should I?
How
Is being questionable about furries' intentions a hot take?
a hot take? Oh, as in like yeah, there are people who are like it's just a like there are people who are like I don't do it sexually, but they're like self-proclaimed furries. That's a thing.
Yeah. Oh no, dude. I was in Toronto, dude. I'm in Toronto. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was doing a show.
Yeah.
It was I know it's not really surprising, but it was esports.
Mm-hmm.
It was like some sort of Smash Bros tournament or something.
Yeah.
Actually, I have two stories here. I just remembered one. But so this guy I worked with, super nice guy, but I look over because we're setting everything up, and I'm in the back just checking some levels, and then I see a full furry costume in the corner in the backstage. So I went up to the guy and went, "Hey, but what the hell is that?" And he says, "Oh, that's my dog costume." And I'm like, "For what?" He said, "I go to furry raves."
Yeah.
And then he said the same thing you said. He kind of goes on it's about the, how do they put it? How did you put it?
I didn't really say anything too profound, but some of them are just some of them do say it's like
Like
community,
they emphasize
community.
I'm not into the kinky part at
sexual,
all.
yeah.
I just like dancing in a furry costume.
Yeah, he just likes getting really high in a sweaty suit. Apparently,
I
don't know what
I don't get it.
I don't know what a furry
Dude,
rave.
I
would
can
be.
tell you, I was asking about it because I was genuinely curious.
Yeah.
And I was trying not to come across an asshole. I was just like,
Yeah.
it's just weird to me.
Yeah,
I have to work on that.
Exactly. You know, like what you like, big deal. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot. I don't really know much about it. I don't. Yeah.
But I guess as long as you weren't fucking dogs. I mean,
yeah. As long as that's not
hey,
happening,
can't complain. I guess
by all means.
it's one of those things where I'm trying to
Stay away from my dog, though, you fucking weirdo.
That's the correct response.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you can do your weird furry shit, but don't you dare come over to my
you
house.
stay back away
and
from
look
my
at
dogs.
my German Shepherd that way.
You stay away from my beautiful boy. You keep your weird suit away.
Hey, that's my dog.
Yeah.
Get away from there.
I guess in big cities that's definitely more prominent. I don't actually know many self-proclaimed furries. I do actually know. I have met someone who said they're like a self-proclaimed furry. And yeah, I don't really know what that means. I don't, but I guess like I knew. Okay, actually, do you remember this? So Sarnia, where we live, they used to put on like an arts and culture kind of. I almost said festival event. I guess it used to be called Art Walk. You remember Art Walk?
I actually never went to one.
What we
Mind
went.
blowing.
Wait a minute.
Oh, did we go? Maybe I went with you once.
You went with me once, and do you remember? Here's the thing: we didn't stick around long, but yeah, basically, it's a lot of vendors. They sell their artwork.
Oh, I
and
remember.
stuff.
Oh, yeah, and it's in that really overpriced building they made that
But
is
yeah.
completely underused.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I knew a girl who owned a costume shop. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember the upstairs.
Yeah, so
she had this like 7,000 square foot loft.
Yeah.
Big fucking loft with
Yeah.
nothing in it. And at the time, I thought, holy shit, this building is cool. Does she still have that building?
I have no idea. I haven't.
I
seen.
thought that was crazy at the time.
I haven't seen her in years, but yeah, she owned a costume shop, and she said she would actually make like those fur like suits. She would make animal suits for people. Because if you think about it, if you're in the business of making costumes, clearly you're gonna get that.
You're in a niche market,
Yeah.
which means you're gonna get some niche requirements.
Yeah, so I think she had like fur suits, as they're called, I suppose. But yeah, do you remember that? She showed us like a whole tour of her whole building.
Yeah, I know. I just remember the lofts. I remember how cool it was.
And they're
And it's a
expensive.
very cool building.
But some of these suits are expensive.
Oh, yeah, no
because
kidding,
they're
dude.
custom made. Like
That's why I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's why I view it like, okay, do you know why people spend a bunch of money on cars?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you're a younger guy, and instead of let's say you might get a beater car for $3,000 or something like that, right? Piece of junk.
Yeah.
Maybe you bought it because you need it. You need to travel somewhere. You need to do something with your car. The thing I don't understand about the furry suit is you spend. It actually is probably to get one custom made with like decent fur and material. Probably a couple grand.
Oh yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
What's the incentive? I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't see where the what the benefit is.
Yeah.
Why not just go to a regular rave where people don't wear furry costumes?
Yeah.
That's the thing that I don't get. Why is it worth thousands of dollars to wear this?
Again, I guess I don't know, just different hobby. I guess I'll give people the
gotta
benefit
we
of the
gotta
doubt.
have somebody. We gotta have a guest in the show. That's a furry.
We gotta have a furry.
We gotta get a furry on here.
Yeah.
Hey guys, do you know any furries?
Yeah.
Hit us up.
Hit us up.
We're trying not to be bigots over
Yeah.
here. Okay?
Hey. Again, you can have your hobbies, but yeah, I'm just But stay away from my dog.
Oh. All right. Dino's not into that.
Yeah,
all right.
Dino is not your human shit.
Once again, though, it's a thing where I am being careful because I usually I'm pretty aware of where the general consensus is on a lot of things.
Yeah.
I feel like furries actually in general are still up in the air.
Like
I think people just don't really
as stigmatized.
as in I feel like the average Joe is not entirely sure how to feel about it.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's like the new thing. That's like what the next wave of Zoomers is going to be.
It's just to me it's a similar vein of like people who are super into anime and stuff like that. Again, I don't get it, but I don't like big deal. I guess at the end of the day, you know.
I kind of like anime.
No, but you know what I mean. People who are super into it, like super into it.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely not into anime.
I like some anime for sure. Yeah.
Oh, I'll never forget when you just randomly made me watch. We never historically. Okay, to put it into context, historically, Jamie and I just don't really watch TV together.
No,
that's not something we do when we hang out.
But
so randomly one time, Jamie
you could have got rid of the word together, and it still would have been right. I just barely watch TV in general.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And yeah, I don't feel the need to. Yeah, I definitely don't meet up with you and go, Jamie, well, are we going to watch the latest episode of of House? Are we going to watch the the Paw Patrol?
Oh, yeah, we definitely need to catch up on some Paw Patrol.
Rescue Heroes?
For
the OG fans?
I know a girl who can make us some costumes, and we can watch some Paw Patrol.
Oh, dude, I know a guy who makes wigs.
Wigs? No, I'm talking fursuits.
Oh, okay, I know, but I'm giving the full package.
Ooh.
Gotta have a furry...
No, we gotta watch RuPaul's...
Gotta have a furry head if you're gonna have a furry body.
We gotta watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and then wear the wigs.
Why does it ring a bell again?
Oh, RuPaul?
We talked about this. I think maybe even on an episode before.
About RuPaul? I don't think we have. I know people who watch RuPaul. Yeah, RuPaul. It's like drag stuff, you know, guys dressing as girls. There used to be like actually drag shows in Sarnia, like which is
Really?
weird. Which is weird. For a small town. I was pretty surprised by that. But
Did I tell you I definitely didn't say in the podcast. Did I tell you I went to a drag show? I went to a
you
drag
did,
show.
or didn't you? Yeah, did you work one? Like you were doing the audio?
Okay, so I was doing a show, and my buddy Mark is was the head of wigs in a show I was doing with him. So he's a wig guy. He makes wigs. And
Yeah.
actually, I have once again. Oh, Jamie, I have like 3 stories backlogged. I can't keep up.
Damn.
Oh,
All right.
jeez.
Did we just unlock?
Okay.
Did we just unlock? Oh, by the way, side note, anyone listening, if you come back and listen to this later, you will actually unlock more
Oh yeah,
to
that's
listen
right.
to.
Yeah, don't stop here.
Well, no, don't
Oh.
stop. But I'm just saying, if you listen to this again, there'll be more.
There'll be more content. Just
Yeah.
make sure you black out somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like me.
yeah.
Wait, what was I saying?
So your friend made
Oh,
wigs
right,
for a drag
okay,
show.
yeah. So yeah, he hosts an event every year, which I do like the name. It's up in TO somewhere. It's called Sleigh Ride,
Yeah.
but it's SLAY, right?
Oh, okay.
Because it's a
Yeah, yeah.
drag show, right? So it's called
Nice.
Sleigh Ride.
I like it. Yeah.
And okay, you know what? I both enjoyed it, and then there's also some things about it that kind of made me go, I don't know if this is a healthy outlet. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me explain. Okay,
Ooh,
so
well,
it was fun.
That's a lot to unpack. I mean, I would say I can understand not liking it for sure.
Well, I
But
mean,
it's not everyone's thing. But
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, before you get to the justification, let me tell my story
Sure,
first.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Okay.
I do the sound for the event, which is it's kind of fun, right? You got these people freaking stripping down and throwing shit around. I don't
Yeah.
know, panties and bras or whatever.
Having a wild old
And
time.
I'm doing sound, so I'm just doing like music zingers on the side, and then Mark's just giving me as much alcohol as I want, so
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Oh, of course.
So I'm doing the zingers and hitting it, having fun. I'm with my friend Sydney. We're it's a good time.
yeah.
The only thing that kind of put me off,
Yeah.
and I was like, why would you even? I don't get it. Is
Yeah.
they were both like in the sleigh once again, sleigh ride, right?
Beautiful.
And they both say, "Who loves antidepressants?" And if people are clapping and they're like, "Because we all know I'm fucking miserable," or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was kind of, I don't know. I was kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, people. I mean, there's self-deprecating humor. That's not that weird. But
And I think then he was even going like, "If you aren't taking antidepressants, you should. They
Yeah.
feel good," or something like that. It was just, I just remember thinking,
just whipping pills out to the whole audience.
who wants antidepressants? Everybody feel better.
Yeah, a bra full of like antidepressants.
Instead of like weird kinky candy nowadays, now it's just like meds.
yeah,
Here you
yeah.
go.
I've never been to one, but there was one going on across the street from a bar I was at, and I actually really weird, but this guy. I guess I don't need to drop his name, but it was a friend of mine. But randomly we're like, where'd he go? And we looked across the street and he was just like over there just chilling with just like all the drag queens and stuff. And like, it was just so funny because like, I think his girlfriend was looking for him too. She's like, where'd he go? And then he's just over there just like having a crazy time over there. But yeah, it was kind of funny.
Hanging out with the talent.
Yeah, we just didn't expect it. And like, it was really happening across the street from where we were hanging out. We're like, oh, there he is. But he was just looked like he was
Classics. When
I think he was like even doing like weird things with them, but it was like, I mean, it was fun guy.
yeah. Now I will say, you do know this, that in general, I'm not really into adult entertainment for the most part.
Right. Yeah. That's fair.
Not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Like even strip
So,
clubs, you don't even. Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually still technically never been to a strip club.
Really.
I've just never done it.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm not actively avoiding it, but I'm definitely not even remotely willing to go out of my way for it.
Right.
So
To me,
I don't know.
To
I
me,
just- I don't get it.
it's not usually my like chase, but I'll go. Like it's fun sometimes.
Do you know what's mind blowing to me, Jamie?
Yeah.
Is usually it's my friends that are girls that are trying to convince me to go to a
Yeah,
strip club. That's
I-
the strangest part.
I've
of all
noticed
of them.
that too. Yeah. There's definitely.
It's never the guys that go, "Oh, you want to just go to a strip club and watch titties fly out together?"
Yeah.
It's usually you're like randomly your friend's girl goes, "Man, we should go watch girls strip naked."
Yeah. So actually,
It's a phenomenon to me.
Actually,
Explain it, Jamie.
I was
Explain.
I was with my friend Chris, and we were like out just drinking. This was like this summer. It's kind of when the lockdown stuff was a little more lenient, so things were still open till 2. And basically
2:00, man, that sounds like a freaking
2 a.m. Yeah,
godsend right
yeah,
now.
it was like normal. Yeah, so we went to the strip club, and it was such a weird night because we went there, and his first off, the weirdest part was we were sitting there. This girl comes, gets his drinks, she walks away, and he just looks at me. He's like, "That's my niece," and we're like, "Oh, kind of awkward." But like she was the shooter girl. She
Come
wasn't-
on, Jimmy. That didn't really get you going.
I-
You
like,
go,
it's funny.
Time to go bang that guy's niece.
No. Well, first off, she wasn't a stripper. She was a shooter girl, so she was just serving drinks. But it was just awkward because she saw him there. I just felt I was like, that is a little weird. But whatever.
Imagine. Man, I don't even want to imagine that. You're
Yeah.
just a waitress somewhere
It
at a
was
strip
funny.
club, and your uncle's just hanging out there.
It was fine. Like they're both pretty chill. It was a normal interaction. But anyway, the weirdest part of that night though.
Oh, good. So that was a normal interaction.
Well, okay, no, it's normal compared to this though. Listen to this.
Okay, all right.
Listen to this. So
I'm listening.
So this girl comes up to us, and she's as strip clubs go, she's trying to pressure you into getting a dance. Like they're like salespeople, right?
Well,
It's same kind of deal, but it's like
If you don't sell yourself, you probably don't make as much money.
yeah. So
Well, it is.
no, I get it. I get the hustle. You know, it's like they're and it like. I've gotten dances before and stuff, but I don't particularly go after them usually because I feel like it is a lot. Like, I don't know. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to get into that. But anyway, I basically this girl came up and she was like, "Do you want to dance?" And I was like, "Wait a minute." I'm like, "You guys are doing dances like right now?" I'm like, "Things are barely allowed to be open. You have to wear a mask in here." And I was like, "Wait, you guys are doing dances?" And she was like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "I just have to wear a mask." And I was like, "What?" And
Dude, that's to me, that's peak. That's peak.
I'm just
like,
like-
the fact that the rules are just so.
yeah. Okay, and this is honestly something
I can grind you. Just
I was gonna hold off on telling this part, but I'm just gonna go ahead just because big
Jamie.
deal.
Ooh.
I actually was drunk and for some reason agreed to it, and this was
Oh.
ridiculous. Just listen to how weird this is.
Okay, so
So-
she's wearing. Are you wearing a mask too?
So okay,
So you're both wearing masks.
no,
Okay.
no. Just okay. So she's talking to me.
Nice and slow, Jamie. Come on,
I'm
get me into the
basically-
story.
Yes, I'm basically like sitting there, and I'm like, okay, she's already like close enough to me. Obviously, if she had anything, I already have it. I'm just like, it seems. So basically, she's like, "Do you want to dance?" And I was just drunk, and I was like, "Sure." So I go back there. I get like one dance from her, and as I sit down, I'm like, "Do I have to wear a mask?" And she basically was like, "No, just I have to wear a mask." And I'm just like, what is the logistics here? Like, what is the logic? So she's like literally just rubbing her ass on me, and yet us, she doesn't have to wear but yet I don't have to wear a mask. I'm just like,
Dude, it's
there's
such
no
a-
logic here.
Dude, it's a formality.
Yeah.
It's literally a formality.
It's
it's like
it made no sense.
she's at a wedding, so
And-
she felt the need to wear a tie. She's
Well-
like,
well-
oh, yeah,
well,
put on the mask.
It's more, I think, legally inclined, but I'm just like that formula doesn't
I
make
mean,
sense
but what I mean
with
is,
what's
if Doug
going
Ford
on.
showed up and saw you getting grinded by a girl in a mask, you would go, perfect.
Yeah.
Just
I-
the way we intended.
I just-
rub your ass on his pants.
I just remember sitting there, and for a second I zoned out. I was like, "What kind of dystopian hell am I living in?" Where this girl wearing a mask giving me a lap dance right now. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Yeah.
As long as you know.
Anyway,
Hopefully
I
it makes you
was
feel
just
better.
like, what does that do? Like, what good does that do? And I'm not saying it was responsible or smart of me to say, okay, again, it was stupid all around. I'm just saying it was
Now,
ridiculous.
Jamie, think about it, though.
It was ridiculous.
At the very least, Doug Ford was smiling on you.
yeah,
He was looking at you saying, I'm proud of you, Jamie. You're a good Canadian boy.
exactly.
Get your lap dance
Yeah,
from that nice masked lady over there.
exactly. Yeah, and
I just,
I know.
don't know what to say about that, man.
yeah,
It's-
I just felt you know.
you know what, since we're on this subject, we might as well talk about the freaking mall overflow. I was out doing some errands a couple days ago. We drive by the mall. I didn't go to the mall, and and trust me, there wouldn't have been a point to, because there's no freaking way I would have got in anyway. And you were talking about how there's a restriction for 75 people, but I will say this: the entire parking lot was packed to the back.
Oh wow.
I have never seen that many cars in the mall before.
Yeah.
So it's all these people. It's a brilliant plan, by the way, Government of Ontario. Brilliant plan. What you do is you have these really intense restrictions, ease them up all at once, and then tell people that it's going to get stricter again in a week.
Yeah.
Meaning everybody panics and decides they all need to be in the most socially dominant places for a week to get everything they need to get done before the lockdown begins again.
Yeah.
It's like they intentionally created just nuclear zones where they're
Yeah.
just like everybody's gonna go here, and
I know.
they're out of desperacy.
It seems counterproductive, really. Like it's like it's a
They've
big
guaranteed
gathering.
there's going to be as many people as possible in the smallest area possible by doing that.
Yeah.
This to me kind of convinces me that they're just kind of throwing darts at a dartboard. They're just
Oh,
like, oh, let's
yeah.
try that. Oh, let's try that instead.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't want to get too into it and get too controversial.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no, Jamie, I'm going to cut you off probably in like 20 seconds. So.
Yeah. Well, no. That wasn't a preface for me saying. I'm just saying in general.
Oh, you mean me?
Well,
Oh,
both of
okay,
us. We should
okay,
cool
all right.
it.
Why don't we cool it down around here?
Yeah, let's cool it down a bit. I am all for being safe and stuff in it, but yeah, I do feel like definitely there's some weird rules that kind of seem unbalanced. But
Now, I would
obviously,
say-
people are, I guess, probably trying their best. But it's still, there's certain issues that clearly that's a problem. Like,
Yeah,
it makes
okay.
no sense.
Let's be real. The last 2 weeks, anybody on Terra right now is kind of looking at this and going, "Do these guys really know what they're doing?" Because I said, to me, the timeline doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Super lockdown, not quite as much. Oh, now we're back 1 week
Yeah.
later. You know, it doesn't. To me, that doesn't seem like a grand plan. That doesn't seem like a
No.
coordinated, organized effort.
Yeah, I can see people being kind of mad especially business owners who are like ready to open, thinking it'll be a little more lenient, and then it's not. I can see that.
Oh, that would be soul crushing.
It
if
would.
you bought like tons
That's
of new
fair.
like, inventory and reopened.
And I literally, and I know business owners, but who were a little upset about it. But hey, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have too much to add to that, but yeah, I definitely would say like the mall. I don't know. Like for example, the one day I was actually planning on going because I need boots like really bad.
You do need boots.
I
This
need
is true.
I needed boots.
And don't even. We've already gone on our rants about online shopping.
Yeah.
It's just such a mixed bag.
Yeah, so we don't need to go there, but I wanted to get boots real bad because my shoes are just getting destroyed out there.
Yeah, Jamie's walking around in old Converses that are falling
Converse,
apart
and they're
in the snow.
and it's now in water. Yeah, and so I was gonna go get some boots, but literally no joke. I was like ready to go, and I opened up some social media. And I literally saw a post, and someone was just like, "If you're planning on going to the mall, don't. It's horrible." Blah blah blah. There's a lineup, and I literally looked at them like, "Okay." I was like, "Perfect."
Thank you.
I
That was
like,
helpful.
That just answered my. I was about to go.
Do you think that person realized they were actually providing genuinely
They
helpful
actually
input?
helped me out big time. Yeah.
They helped out Jamie Welsh. They're going to see that one day. They're going to see that replay and go, "Oh, that's so nice." I helped someone.
And notice I said social media because I didn't want to admit that I use Facebook because I didn't want to look like a boomer.
Well, I mean, you outed yourself in all counts.
Yeah, I did.
So
Yeah, what do
you
you get?
are a boomer Facebook user.
I am.
So am I, unfortunately.
Sometimes, like I'm not a big Facebook user. I will go a long time without looking, but
You know what? I've been hearing some great arguments about why Instagram is actually pretty good, and I'm starting to become convinced because we got our real neighbors Instagram account, and I've been enjoying it. I've actually been enjoying to me Instagram is cool because you know what? I think it was either Mike or Aaron that put it best.
yeah,
Is Instagram completely gets rid of the random boomer wall of texts.
Yeah.
Speaking of boomers, where you're scrolling through your feed and suddenly there's just this random dramatic gesture of, I'm turning my life around. It's like a 10-page blog
Yeah.
post. And half of my friends seem to be doing that now every
Yeah.
week. There's just like they're having some divine revelation
Okay.
that they need to regurgitate the information to some random guy from high school. You know what? And maybe maybe I should delete them. I don't know. But the point being is Instagram completely gets rid of that
Yeah.
because you see the photo, and if it's some random fitness model that gives you their bullshit exposition, it's in like you have to click the photo to look at it.
yeah.
You don't have to see them go, sometimes life is hard, but if you push through, you're going to make it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
Keep it up.
The funny thing is, inspiration is the least of my worries. Like I have so many people on Facebook that the reason I am pretty infrequent with it, I'm pretty on and off. But whenever I do check it, I notice like there are people just sharing like it's almost just a cesspool of opinions I really couldn't give less of a shit about. Like it's literally just like people will say the most absurd things, and I just am like, and it gets you like wanting to like say it, but then I'm like, no, that's so stupid. I don't want to even bother. I barely know this person. What's the point of even trying? It's stupid. So I end up just ignoring it all. But it's just like it bothers you.
Just to clarify, if you actually respond to these people, you lose.
Yeah.
You instantly lose. You're the loser now.
Because then you just seem like some bitter guy. But it's like exactly. So it's like
some random Facebook skeptic going, actually, I disagree.
Actually, that's not true. It's like big deal. They're not going to change their mind. They're like totally set in their ways based on their last 20 posts.
Not only that, it's just stupid conversation. I don't want to talk. I've never gotten an argument on Facebook before.
No,
I never will.
No, I don't do that either. But that's what I'm saying is that's the annoying thing about Facebook is every now and then I read something that bothers me so much.
You do want to get involved.
Well, I don't. So clearly no. But it just bothers me enough that I'm like
that momentary temptation to go.
Momentary. I'm just like, this person is so annoying. I'm just like, this is an idiot. But then I'm like, okay, whatever, big deal. Just let them be an idiot.
Move on with your life.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, most of the time people are pretty set in their ways, especially if they're posting.
Yeah. So I know, but then there's that. But I am also just getting sick of the. I just don't really care about the inspiration posts anymore. I don't get it. Where they just post a random photo where they say,
"Hey man,
find your weaknesses." Then fill them in like a drywall.
Ooh, damn. Fill in those weaknesses, eh?
Find those screw holes in your drywall and fill them in.
I'll screw your holes.
You want to calm down.
Hey man, there. Like I have no problem with inspiration. Like I get.
Do you know what I view it as? Do you know what I view it as, Jamie?
Yeah.
Jamie, do you know what I think?
Yeah.
I think it's all fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Every happy post you see, I've literally heard stories of people where they're posting pictures of their family like, we're so happy together, we got 3 kids.
Yeah.
They're doing happy posts every day. Turns out one of them's addicted to meth.
Turns out
crashes.
Turns out they only have 2 kids.
Turns out one reduce 2 kids. There's not 4 liars. First and foremost,
they're fucking liars.
They're a bunch of fucking liars.
Yeah.
But the next thing you know, though, you hear that. Oh, actually, one of them's like a freaking addicted to drugs.
Yeah,
they get arrested, and they're like the husband lost a couple fingers in an axe swing.
Hey, no, I have no problem. I have no problem with people trying to be optimistic.
So what I'm saying is, as I said, all these people that are creating all these walls of just positivity and inspiration.
Yeah.
I look at it and think it's all fucking bullshit.
I think
you're one of the biggest psychos of all, and that's why you're posting this random inspirational thing on Facebook.
Yeah. I think there's a level of toxic positivity, I think that's a thing.
Finally, a word we can monopolize.
Yeah. I think toxic,
make a staple.
Toxic
positivity.
I think that's a thing. Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
When there's an unrealistic
I don't like
level.
people that are ridiculously positive.
Yeah, just keep it real.
God.
Just calm down. Just take it day by day. You don't gotta be perfect. No one is.
I do what I view it as is those people that. I imagine they're always positive, and one day somebody just comes up to them and has a mental breakdown, and they don't know how to deal with real feelings or intensity. So they go, well, why don't you try smiling? And then they just run out the door.
Oh yeah,
they just get the hell out of there.
Absolutely,
Jamie. You got to keep your mic close to your face.
There
you go.
I was trying to give the effect that it was like a really like
a distant listener.
Yeah, okay. I just can't.
Well said, Jamie.
Yeah. All right. Well, Austin, something I kind of want to talk about. So
you kind of want to talk about riveting.
Well, okay.
Jamie. Why don't you add some fake enthusiasm? Oh my
Austin,
God, I am so excited.
Something I really want to fucking talk about. Is okay. So the weather's getting nicer. I'm so stoked. I want to go camping so bad, like so bad.
Camping would be a lot of fun.
I'm excited.
I'd love to go camping.
Yeah, this year, like I hope to camp.
Oh, dude,
just big time.
2 things. 1,
yeah,
I'm totally into camping. 2, I'm convinced this summer is gonna be the best fucking summer I've ever had. And after that, it's all downhill because I'm gonna get older.
That's the spirit.
It's a good spirit and a bad spirit at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you are saying I hate people being positive, and then meanwhile you're like, oh, the best summer ever, and then everything's gonna suck because I'm old.
I gotta not be too positive, or else it'll come across toxic.
What's
Jamie.
that word? You're a curmudgeon. You're just an angry, grumpy old man.
Curmudgeon. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, just a grumpy old man.
I remember the summer of '69.
I feel that. Like, some days I wake up and I'm just like, I'm already a grumpy old man. Like, what do I have left? I just feel so...
Shut up. I'm kidding. You don't freaking give me that shit.
I wish I was kidding.
Dude, I'm the well of youth.
Yeah. No, I feel good most of the time. You know what? I've been feeling pretty nice lately. Like, I feel like I've been working on my health, I've been trying to eat right, walk more, work out, I've been feeling good. But at the end of the day, some days I just wake up and you know what? I'm just sick of it. These goddamn idiots everywhere. I'm just kidding.
Jamie walks outside and he sees a couple Zoomers or something like kick the grass on his parents' lawn, and he goes, "What the fuck?
Get off that lawn."
What are you? You're just a bunch of hooligans, aren't you?
Exactly.
Why don't you learn to walk?
No.
Have you heard of sidewalk?
Yeah. No, I'm kidding, but at the same time, I definitely have my grumpy moments, but they're brief. I do think mornings are rough for me usually.
You know what it is, Jamie, and I'll tell you this, okay?
Yeah.
Is there's so many people. This is another hot take for me. You could disagree. There's so many people that think it's a bad thing that you get set in your ways. Everybody's young and they go, "Oh man, I'm all about being authentic," and
Yeah.
I just believe that eventually, dude, one day you just got to eventually decide this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna be.
Yeah. To an extent, I agree.
I get it. You're not as flexible as you used to be. You're not in high school. You can't just change all of your values on a dime.
Sure.
And there's something really cool about that. But I'm like, eventually, you just gotta put a foot in the sand and go, "This is what I do."
Yeah.
That's cool. Now I can function as an adult now.
Here's the thing. Your explanation of it, I agree with, but the initial statement, I disagree. I would say to a degree. I would say what you're saying makes sense. Obviously, eventually, you sort of establish.
Now, of course, you can be open-minded.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
Eventually, you establish what you are. Obviously, but to say, I don't know. I would say like you. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good way to word this.
Okay, how about this? You keep thinking about it, and I can expand on it.
On what I was saying.
Is if you are what we're saying in general.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you understand where your positions are, in my opinion, if as long that doesn't conflict with being open-minded. In fact, if you understand your own position quite well, it's easier to understand where other people are coming from.
Hear. Yeah, exactly.
And you should be fully aware of what you believe when you have those conversations, or else you will just.
That makes sense.
It's hard to just take in all this.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Well, exactly. So that's what I would say. I agree and disagree at the same time, because I would say being set in your ways is like, obviously, if you feel that you're a good, rational person, you should be confident in your way of thinking. However, if hearing output that kind of challenges it, obviously, to think of good rebuttals almost helps you understand it. And at the end of the day, I think people should be willing to change their mind if it makes sense to. You know what I mean?
So of course.
Exactly.
No, yeah, I'm definitely. I view it as it's easy to be open-minded, but set in your ways. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. That actually makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah. That makes sense.
Man, that's really great. How we.
Yeah.
You mean
that's actually surprisingly profound. I actually think
You really think so?
That actually makes a lot of sense, because it's, again, you have to contrast it to something, so to not have a preset of ideas before hearing the alternative. Again, but to be able to change your mind is important if you get enough input.
Oh, of course. I actually there's kind of this really cool thing here. I'm just checking the time. I wonder if we're bleeding over yet. No, we still got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
All right,
this one has been edgy, I feel. But
yeah, we went a little edgy, a little heavy. We got a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
So this is a cool thing. I was reading an old kind of. I was in a Russian phase, which I've talked about.
Yeah.
And one of the books from one of these philosopher guys, they were talking about how you have a kid and he grows up, let's say, and he basically said the son rejuvenates the father. That's what I remember most. So basically he said you grow up in a household, you go out, you see the world, you get new information, and you come back and you revive your father, in the sense that your dad is kind of, let's say, set in his ways.
Yeah.
And you're something like your child is one of the very few things that can genuinely change you.
Yeah.
So let's say and I've actually talked to guys who've done this before. Let's say there's something in their father's life or their mother's life that they've been told for let's say 15 years that it's a problem, and they ignored it. But finally, when a kid comes up and just puts in their face and goes, "This is a problem,"
Right.
it's way harder to ignore because that person's such a huge part of your life, and they've known you their whole life.
Right.
They start to think, well, if they think this,
Yeah.
how
And they're like,
how can they be wrong,
and
or they're
they're
more
a
likely to be right?
they're a result of you too. Like at that
Exactly,
point too, they're
right?
like literally your flesh and blood telling you.
And they
this.
have a lot invested in it. It's not like a purely malicious thing. The way
Yeah.
they can deceive themselves to think other people are giving them this information as right.
And that actually reminds me of something. But is there more you're saying?
No, I'm pretty much done. I'll do like another 10-second distinct summary.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, but yeah, in this book, he basically said the son goes out and he goes on adventures and journeys. He comes back and he rejuvenates his father.
Yeah. Wow.
Which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I that's interesting. Well, do you know what that actually directly reminded me of?
What?
And it's something that I even brought up on this podcast. Do you remember we were talking about smoking, and we were talking about how basically my brother is the reason my dad quit smoking.
Yes, I do remember
That
that.
actually directly like resides with that philosophy. It's basically my older brother. I almost said little brother. Jesse's listening to this. He's like, "What the fuck?"
He was 8 at the time, okay?
Yeah,
And he's still 8 in that
yeah,
story.
he's still 8 in the story. So he's my little
my
brother.
little brother.
Yeah, no, he was really young. But apparently, he went up to my dad and he was like, "When am I old enough to smoke?"
Yeah, that's
and
great. Yeah,
my dad.
I think we talked about this in the podcast.
We did.
Too,
That's what I'm saying. We actually brought this up in a podcast, but that actually really resonates with what you just said.
Yeah, that's
but
a great point. Yeah,
but
there's probably so many people that told your dad to quit.
yeah, but then of course he's like, no. But my brother went up to him and was like, "When am I old enough to smoke?" And he was like, "Wow, I just realized I'm influencing him." You know what I mean?
And once it's your kid, it gets way more complicated.
Yeah,
It's just the way
crazy.
it is. Right?
That's crazy.
So I would say that's a good little leaving thought because we are out of time, Jamie.
We are out of time.
So if you want
All
to
right.
send this to the exit, what do you think?
All right. Well, I guess my final thoughts. Sorry if we got a little too edgy here. I don't know.
We flew over to the
big
map,
deal.
But
big deal.
I feel like we didn't fly too close to the sun.
No,
I don't
no.
think we burned the cinders out there.
Yeah, no. We're just talking here. Big deal. It's not
We're
like
just shooting the shit. We're just
shooting the
okay.
shit.
We're trying to be relatable, but
Yeah, we. But anyway, I just want to say thank you for listening. And yeah, take care, everyone. Stay safe out there.
Thank you for listening as well.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.